So yeah, we are actually live on our first podcast, guys. How's it feel?
Exciting.
You ready to open some doors?
How close to the tip do I have to be?
It's actually three cats opening doors.
3 cats opening doors.
3 cats opening the doors
Okay.
to your mind, right? That sounds really cool. No?
Unplanned third cat here to crash the show. Hello.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. So my name is Michael.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Serenity.
Yeah, and we're opening doors to your mind.
Opening all the doors.
Give me a door. I'll open it.
Yeah. So this is our first episode, and I think it's really cool to name it the Waco of Oz. I think that's really good. I think that works good. That's like what we're trying to encompass, right?
C4 Brick Road.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a red brick road too, you know?
It's there now.
Yeah, it's not just the yellow one.
Well, where's the red one go?
That's a good question. Does it go to Waco?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
It takes you straight to Waco.
A basement?
To the basement, to Ed Gaines' basement.
Oh, no.
To this, yeah.
I don't want to know what happens there.
No, you don't. So yeah, so I figure I could kind of hit you guys with some facts, like in the first half of the podcast, and then we can kind of riff on those, and then we can go from there.
Hit me with them. I don't know shit.
So I know we kind of talked about it originally in the beginning, but Dr. Pepper did originate in Waco, Texas.
I'm here. I'm repping. I'm repping.
So
I got my
awesome.
sweatshirt on.
Yeah, it's
Over here.
it's so cool. I
Me
love
with
that.
my one share, Dr. Pepper. A shareholder. Shareholder.
We have a shareholder live
An
on the
official
podcast.
shareholder.
Yeah.
The
I think
cat with
that's
opposable thumbs has had access to stocks, and I bought Dr. Pepper.
cool. So for what it's worth, when you guys actually told me that you had stocks in Dr. Pepper, I went and looked. Because I was like, I think that's something I should do. I should go invest in Dr. Pepper. That sounds really good. So I went and looked, and I was like, damn, it's really expensive. It's like $30-something. So I was like, damn. Yeah.
I think $50-something dollars. I think I own in stocks.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, yeah, I own like $50-something dollars in stocks.
Yeah, that's something I need.
You can always start with $1.
That's smart.
I take my change. So like if I plan, like if I'm like, oh, this is probably gonna cost $15, and then it only costs $13, I put that extra $2 into Dr. Pepper.
No, that's really smart. That's something I want to do because I was like, man, Dr. Pepper stock, like that's got to be on the rise. Like that's never gonna fail. That's really good. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't think I'm ever gonna sell it. I'm just gonna hoard it like
Forever, yeah.
like Scrooge McDuck and the gold coins. Just me swimming in my Dr. Pepper stocks.
It's like bottle caps. It's the Dr. Pepper bottle caps. You just have like a million of them in like.
They're gonna have to sponsor me one day. I'm coming for you, Dr. Pepper.
Okay, so we're talking about Waco.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
all of Texas in this, like getting to Waco, right?
Right.
Like,
Where is Waco located? Where is is it sandwiched in between a couple cities, or where is it at?
let's see. Let's pull it up here.
Okay.
So
let's see.
Belmead, Woodway.
Zoom out a little bit there. Let's see what the
Buena Vista Park.
Let's see. McGregor, Moody.
Ooh,
bit
Mammoth
more.
National
Should we go
Monument.
a little more.
A little bit more.
Hills.
Mother Neff
Hillsboro.
State Park.
Let's see.
Okay,
okay.
sandwiched in
Dallas.
between Dallas and Austin.
Yeah, so
Right
Austin is
between the
south.
two.
Yeah, Dallas is north. Does that say?
So south of Fort Worth.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It's in the United States.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Go back to it. There we go.
So it's got a river running through the middle.
There's a castle near it.
How big is it?
Oh, that was something I wanted to talk about too. Was Cottonland Castle?
it's got
I wanted
a
to pull it
castle.
up. This is harder than it looks.
Google is defeating you.
How do I? Oh, I can do it this way. There we go. Yeah. So.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, by the Brazos River. Yeah, that ties into the only thing I know about Waco,
So it's
which
got
is
its
a
own
song.
lake.
So what is the song? Yeah, bring it up. What's the song?
Across the Brazos at Waco. I don't know if that's his actual song, but it's
No, yeah, you gotta sing it.
he.
How's it go?
Yeah,
you're on the
I don't know
spot.
the whole song, but I know that one of the lines is he throws his pistols into the muddy Brazos below, which is the river that runs through Waco, and it's cross the Brazos at Waco, ride hard and make it by dawn. Yo, cross
let's
the
bring it up.
Brazos at Waco.
What's the name of the
Ride
song?
hard and I'll reach San Antone. It's called
What's it called?
Cross. Not across, cross,
Okay,
cross the Brazos at Waco.
Okay.
Yeah, Billy Walker. Woo
Like
woo.
this. There you go. All right, so here we go.
Honestly, that might be copyrighted. You might have to bleep out everything
We
I
got
just
20
sang.
seconds.
We're not gonna play the song. We're just gonna talk about it. So what is this about? Travelers relied on a ferry started by Waco pioneer Shapely Ross. Recognized the need for more reliable crossing. Local leaders formed
Yeah,
the
this
Waco Bridge Company in 1866. So this is what you're singing about. This is the song.
Oh, there's
that
the
you're
lyrics
talking
right
about.
there. You want to give that a read?
Oh
Where's it at?
God, no shit! Because now I can sing it. No.
No, where's it at?
Yeah, no,
only
up
have
to
20
top
seconds.
right.
Oh, this one.
Right up there, yeah.
All right.
You got it.
Full lyrics. Here we go.
Yeah, give that a read.
All right. I'll scroll down as you read it.
Yeah,
From the top.
go ahead.
Oh my God.
Way to put you
All
on the
right.
spot, right?
Yeah, this is it.
You got this.
Yeah.
Come on, you got this.
Opening the podcast with a really cool rendition
This is actually really
Oh,
interesting.
good God.
of Cross the Bravos at Waco.
Billy Walker, it says it's by?
Billy Walker.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, how much of this can I look up real quick if it's copyrighted? How much of this
I
can
know it's old
sing?
enough. It's old. It's much older than 50 years, I think. Yeah, you're
For sure?
fine.
Okay.
For sure.
God, dang it!
You're okay.
All right, go back.
This is
see, hold
pretty
on.
old, I think.
Just in case.
You
right?
want karaoke? I'll give you karaoke. Go back to the lyrics.
I'm not seeing a date. We gotta get a date on it.
Yeah, get a date on it. Yeah, we're good.
Old age.
Here we go. 64. Ooh, so we're close.
Ooh.
We might be in there. I think that you sing as much as you want.
Yeah, sing your heart out.
I think we go from there. Yeah,
That's what
think,
I say.
Look, if they
I
want,
say
if
it's a-
If
Billy,
it gets pulled down, we'll pull it down. We'll clip that part of me singing and
Yeah,
we'll put it
I
the fuck
feel
back
like
up.
in the nature of this being a Waco podcast,
if Billy Walker wants to sue
it's
us,
only fair.
I think it's okay.
It's only fair.
Hopefully he'll like my edition. It's
I
basically
think it's
karaoke.
okay. I think
Okay.
we'll be all right.
Let's see what you got.
From the top, live for you guys here at the Cat's Open Doors podcast.
Opening all the doors for your
Opening
mind.
all the doors for your minds.
Absolutely.
This is Cross the Bravos at Waco,
Only the coolest of cats.
just for you.
Okay, God's. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah. Should I sing this in my voice or continue with the old cowboy
Your call.
voice?
Your
I think you
call.
should do it however you're most comfortable doing
What do you
it.
feel called to do?
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
On the Chris home trail, it was midnight. Carmela was strong on his mind. Because of the life he had chosen, Carmela had left him behind. Too long he'd been a bandito. Carmela had left him alone. But today someone brought a message. She'd been seen in old San Antone. Cross the Brazos at Waco, ride hard and I'll make it by dawn. Cross the Brazos at Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antone. He glanced back over his shoulder. The posse was nowhere in sight. He'd sent for Carmela to meet him on the banks of the Brazos tonight. She was waiting and he kept the promise he'd made such a long time ago. As he dropped the guns that she hated in the muddy Brazos below. Cross the Brazos at Waco, ride hard and I'll make it by dawn. Cross the Brazos at Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antone. Then the night came alive with gunfire. He knew that at last he'd been found. As the ranger's badge shone brightly, a bandito lay on the ground. Carmilla knew he was dying, that all of her dreams were in vain. As she kissed his lips for the last time, she heard him whisper again. Cross the Brazos at Waco, ride hard and I'll make it by dawn. Cross the Brazos at Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antone. I'm safe when I reach San Antone.
That was beautiful.
That's it. That's all I
That
know.
is
That's the
how
only
you
thing I know about
open a
Waco is-
podcast. That is how you do it. Episode 1, right
Absolutely.
there. You go straight into that. That
was
is
fantastic.
a beautiful rendition of Cross the Brazos at Waco. If we were going to open an episode
that's the
up
way.
the proper way,
That's
that
the
is the
way.
way to do it. Thank you so much. That
Yeah.
was
That
incredible.
was fantastic.
That's a horrible
was-
way to open up with the fact that I haven't done karaoke in months.
That is great. That was really good. That was so good. I love that. Yeah, so
the
we're
voice
right.
wobble on most of that, though.
Yeah, so we're right smack in the middle of Dallas and Austin. Seeing that geographically.
So we got stories of bandits.
That's really cool.
laying
Yeah,
down their
yeah.
guns.
Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing of like she wanted him to give it up long ago, and like he didn't.
Oh,
He was like,
man.
I need it. This is my life. And then like he finally makes that decision. So he gives up
And
the
then he
guns,
dies.
That's right.
gets killed.
That's right.
So what's the story? He shouldn't have given up his guns? Is that the story?
Yeah.
He should have kept them?
No, the story in the
What's
end, I
the
believe,
story?
is one that it's double edged. It's that he believes like part of it is like I think is he thinks he should have given it up sooner.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't have come to if he gave it up sooner, like as he's dying. And she's like, oh, damn, maybe if I hadn't asked him to throw these
To give
guns in
up
this
his
river,
guns.
then maybe he could have turned around and defended himself instead of just
He
getting
wouldn't have
killed.
died. Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Huh.
So it's just like very bittersweet and sad. And
Wow.
it's like, that's it. That's all I know about Waco is that song.
No,
What a
I love that.
symbolism.
That was really good. That's
Yeah.
a great way to go into it. That's really
I
cool.
feel like that leads really nicely into
Yeah.
this.
I really like that. That was touching. I feel a lot better about going into this podcast now.
City
I didn't
of
know
Waco.
what we felt in
What
the
have you
beginning
What
of
have you
it.
got here? You've pulled up
pull
the
this
City
up.
of Waco's website.
Yeah, they want us to subscribe.
Okay, it says we got some
automatically.
parks. So Cameron Park.
There we go.
Whether
Yeah.
you
Lake
drive,
Waco,
fly, or
wetlands.
walk to Waco, you're guaranteed a fun visit in the heartland of Texas.
see.
So, well, some people beg to differ.
Texas Ranger Hall of Fame.
I think the people who were burned alive.
How about let's give that open? The
Oh.
Texas Ranger Hall of Fame.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't even know that
Let's
either.
give that
when
an
I was
open.
looking it up.
What-
That's
what we
really
got
cool.
there?
Where we at?
Wetland.
Let's see. Right here.
What is this about? Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so they have a whole dedicated.
Yeah, I
guess they
know.
honor the Rangers.
So when I was looking things up and just trying to find out like a couple things, Texas has the most, or I'm sorry, Waco has the most Texas governors to ever come out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, by far.
It's almost like they breed them there. You think there's some
Multiple governors
special
from Texas
governor
Are
breeding
from
program
Waco.
in Waco?
Yeah, that's like a big thing.
It's the farm.
John Aycock, that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's
Johnny
culty
Aycock.
behavior, right? Breeding governors for a state.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the base thing from what I've gotten and understood? Is like there was a cult.
That's
Culty.
right. That's right. They've got to figure it out. They're
Yeah,
like,
so
they
doesn't
do.
so
them
like,
out.
yeah,
It's like
isn't
the-
Waco
the
like known
Fev
for cult
virus.
behavior and like doesn't like it seems like pumping out
I
governors.
mean, I don't know about known for cult behavior, but it's most
They are
certainly has
now.
had its.
Hey, conspiracy
Mark on
theories!
its history.
Conspiracy theorists, get on this! Get on
Yeah.
this! New conspiracy theory dropped. They're breeding governors in Waco,
Yeah.
Texas.
They've got tanks.
The underground farm.
The underground farm.
Selective
Don't-
genetic breeding.
Don't look behind the metal doors.
you don't
Severed
know.
housewives shit.
See, the reason it's Waco of Oz.
That's right. Yeah. Over the Waco. Yeah.
It's behind the curtain. Don't look behind
Yeah,
the curtain.
Don't behind the
don't
curtain.
look behind the
Don't
metal
look.
You don't wanna
fabrication
know.
shop
Behind the
door
curtain.
because we're clearly
Trust
doing
me, the illusion
welding
is
and-
night
No
shift.
doubt. Yeah, it's welding.
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
or red pill, right?
Not selective genetic breeding.
Stay-
We're
It's welding.
definitely not breeding
No.
the next mayor of Texas.
Well, we're not. Waco is.
That's
Maybe.
right. That's right. Yeah,
Maybe.
not us.
No.
Yeah, we're far away.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. I don't want to make a claim. I don't want to stake a claim.
Oh,
No, it's a conspiracy theory.
I
You
mean,
can
Waco's
make as
right.
many
That's
conspiracy
right.
theories.
Waco's
as you
been through
want.
enough. We don't need to put any more on
They've had
it.
enough trauma.
No, we need something
they've seen
new.
I think they've had enough go
What's
on.
new?
So, a new thing to talk, like when people are like, oh yeah, that cult in Waco. It's like,
That's
oh yeah,
right.
the one
That's
breeding
right.
the governors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta give them something new. You're right.
They've got to have something new to talk about. They've got to be
Waco.
tired of that. The Branch
No,
Davidians again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need something new to talk
No,
about.
it's the ones they're breeding the governors, right?
That's right. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Branch Governians.
The Branch Davidians. Yeah.
Governius, the one true governor.
Yes.
They will make him,
Yeah.
and he will be born of the spice.
We looked it up earlier. Let's see. This is how you say it, right?
Wait.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Why did Disney pop up? Let's talk about that.
No, I want to say
No.
Lamartine was
That's
the
the
original
curse
name
word.
of the town.
I mean,
Unofficially sponsored by Tony.
Tony
Chocolonely.
The best and only chocolate for you and me.
Tony Chocolonely's literally right here, baby.
Tony
Right here. Got that chocolate right here.
Order them now, $10.99.
The unofficial sponsor.
As a matter of fact,
Of the
order
show.
them from us. Hit me up personally. I'll be your Tony Chocolonely dealer.
You're a Tony
Unofficially
Chocolonely middleman.
sponsored. Don't forget
Don't say
it.
Tony
Tony
Chocolonely.
Tony
Can't think you
Chocolonely.
down for something.
Tony Chocolonely.
Let's
For
see,
all your
Waco,
chocolate needs.
Texas. I want to make sure we say this right. with
Nah.
a D.
Send me money. Send me money personally.
We like
and you'll
money.
get a box of chocolate in the mail sometime between now and 2 years.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, turn away. Yeah, there we go.
I get it to you though. I'm my mama.
Lamartine.
Lamartine.
Okay.
That's I was close.
Lamartine?
Lamartine. Lamartine.
Lamartine?
This was the original name of what
Lamartine.
Waco was supposed to be.
Lamartine.
Lamartine?
Yeah.
That
So
makes
that's the
sense.
original.
It wasn't all that area occupied by the French. That makes sense. Lamartine.
Let's see.
That sounds French, right?
It does.
do.
Yeah, it
It
definitely
does.
does.
No, it does. Yeah.
I wanna bring this up too because I think this is a really good one. So let's see.
We still need to get around to the birthplace of Dr. Pepper.
Yes, we do.
We
We're gonna
started
get
off
there.
there.
We're gonna get
We
there.
went off on a rabbit trail.
We're gonna get there.
I'd
I wanna-
like to
getting
know
there.
I
about
think this
that.
is a really good
I
place
think
to
it is a
start.
good
I'd like to
Yeah.
know about that
No,
because I didn't
honestly.
know about that before now.
Yeah.
That's a new revelation for me.
It's news to me, too. I don't know anything about it.
I really think you guys would like this
I
one.
didn't know that's where Dr. Pepper started.
Yeah, see, and I was saving it. I was trying to save it. Okay, so this is something that I really liked a lot. Let's find it. I want to find. There's a quote about Waco that I really like. That I think would be a good way
And
to.
it's got quite the history.
We can go. Let's go into Dr. Pepper after this, but I really want to bring this up because I think this is good. Let's find it. Oh, here we go. In 1874, the editor of the Waco Examiner reported that the stench on Austin Avenue arising from an acclimation of mud and other filth is under the warm rays of a spring sun, fast becoming a nuance. The attention of the
Nuisance.
city, or a nuisance, sorry. The attention of the city fathers is invited to that odorous locality. Paving of Waco streets did not begin until 1903, starting with Austin Avenue, where the mud was ankle deep from 8th Street to the city
Wow.
square. So there's a quote that I really
It's a
like.
mud town.
I gotta find it. It was really good.
Well, I mean, I think people's main concern was that back then, given how like plumbing wasn't really a
right here.
thing much, it was only mostly mud. And I think that was kind of the issue.
Yeah, it looked like they were dealing with that for a long time. Let's see. I thought there was
Mud
a
and
really good
horse
one.
shit.
It was one I really, really liked.
Snickers candy bars are made in Waco. What the fuck?
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Would
gonna
you look
say
at that?
more than 75% of the world's Snicker bars are made in Waco. Apparently, that originated in Waco as well.
And yeah, right there
Snickers
below the
bars.
Snickers one, Waco is the birthplace of more Texas governors than any other city.
That's right.
Man, they're breeding them.
You
There's,
should-
there's some. I could get on this.
You
Get on
wanna,
this.
you want to read them off?
Richard Koch, haha, Sul Ross, Pat Neff, and Richards.
Ann Richards. Let's see.
And
Let's-
penises. Sorry.
No, there was a quote I really, really liked. I was trying to find it. I don't see it here now, but we can always come back to it. But I definitely want to get into the Dr. Pepper, the history of Dr. Pepper in the city. I think that's really cool.
Wait, hold on. So all the way down to the bottom real quick.
Where we're at?
I saw a cool fact down at the bottom. Up.
Keep
No,
going.
wait, down more. Down.
This way?
Yes. Yeah, the last one.
Let's do this.
The McLennan County Courthouse, 1902, was titled after St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome. The Renaissance revival structure is crowned with statues of eagles, as well as Themis, the Greek goddess of divine law, justice, and Justinia, the Roman goddess of justice and liberty. That's really cool.
That is really, really
Sorry,
cool.
St. Peter's Cathedral is actually really, really dope. It's very pretty. I like it a lot.
There we go. Look at that. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
awesome.
the main plaza outside mainly. It looks like a star from up above.
One of the holiest sites of Christianity and Catholic tradition. It is traditionally the burial site of its titular Saint Peter, who was the head of 12 apostles of Jesus, and according to tradition, the first bishop. How would you say that?
Of Antioch. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Hold on one second.
Antioch.
Is it just me?
Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Is it just me, or are all the context clues pointing to some sort of religious extremism?
I think so. It's kind of getting there, right?
I feel like no matter what we look
do,
at, it's seeming like it's leading towards that direction.
We'll get there. We're going to get there.
I was going to say it now.
Cult.
I'm saying it now.
Cult.
No, we're going to get there. Let's get there. But
it may just be me, but it's just seeming like this is the perfect breeding ground.
Anybody else feel like drinking,
cult.
we should have made Kool-Aid for this episode?
Oh, that's...
We really should have. That's
Off-brand
do it for the-
Kool-Aid.
Flavor Aid is the actual.
Flavor Aid.
Yeah.
We'll do it for the Manson episode
It's
if we ever
Flavor
do a
Aid. Is it
Manson
grape?
episode.
Don't drink the Flavor Aid. Multiple flavors.
Is it great?
Yeah, it was Flavor Aid. It was off-brand Kool-Aid. I keep forgetting that. It was Flavor Aid.
Yeah.
It was Flavor
good
Aid.
stuff. One of the best.
Graveface in Savannah, Georgia has a couple of the packets, and they also have a pair of Jim Jones glasses.
Wow.
Yeah. Original. There was a
Jim
lady
Jones
that
would
brought
be
them
an
in.
interesting topic. I mean, we should.
Jim Jones, just do Jonestown?
I would
the
love to
Jonestown
cover
Massacre
Jonestown.
solely? I think that would be cool. That's a good topic to go
Something
into.
that I think is weird is I think Manson, the guy who did the Manson caves and all that, I'm pretty sure he also convinced his followers to poison themselves by drinking something. It was something I think is known for I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure he convinced them all to live in caves and hang out and rave in a cave, and then he poisoned them all.
Spawn Ranch? You talking about Spawn Ranch?
I think Charles Manson.
Yeah, Spawn
The
Ranch.
caves.
They lived there. Yeah,
And
there was
he
caves
told
at
them to
Spawn
go
Ranch.
stab- who was
That's
it?
right. So there was the Disney
Yeah.
conspiracy. There's all of
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah,
then
and-
there's the Sharon Tate murders.
Yep. The shit I was talking about, the Sharon Tate murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and didn't he convince some of his followers to in a cave just mass suicide?
I'm not sure if he
I don't know
convinced them
about-
specifically. I
Yeah.
think that's
One of the caves is condemned
I
for
don't know if he did a mass
mass
suicide, but he did.
I know they
homicide.
went there.
He convinced people to do homicides.
They went and they wrote pigs on the wall.
They might
and-
have. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it under his direction specifically.
But Jim Jones did.
Jim Jones
Jim
went. They
Jones
went to
Kool-Aided
Africa.
the
Yeah,
people,
they definitely flew across, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to do mass."
And then shot the ones that tried to run away.
That's right. The news reporter. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. We should
yes,
definitely do
there
a
is.
podcast about that. We'll get into
Yeah.
that. But as of right now, we're definitely in another one. We're in another good one.
Waco.
Yeah, and we haven't even gotten into the good stuff. We're still kind of tiptoeing
man.
around. We're doing Dr. Pepper, and we're doing all the fun stuff, all the things that aren't
We'll dive
ATF.
Okay, so
Yeah.
am I gonna feel bad for repping Dr. Pepper after this? What is
Maybe.
the deal with Dr. Pepper?
Possibly.
No.
We'll
I don't
see.
think so.
Y'all have me
I don't think
scared.
so.
Jump to conclusions.
We can find out. We can find some
We're
type
gonna
of.
find out.
I saw some when you were scrolling. I saw a thing about it being invented in just a small corner drugstore.
That's right.
As a health,
Okay.
as a
David
health
Koresh.
tonic. No. Please
David
no.
Koresh
The founder
in
and
his
creator.
basement. His grandfather, his
Of
grandpapa.
course.
I'm
David Koresh's grandpapa
with
was
every
Dr. David Dr. Pepper.
No, with every sentence you say, I'm just gonna watch my Dr. Pepper stock plummet.
Yeah, it's just going down. It's just
What do you
completely
think the D
tanking.
in doctor stands for?
That's right.
At least it'll be cheaper.
David
Hey,
Dr. Koresh.
Hey, you're making it cheaper. I'll buy it all in the lull, and then when it bounces
No,
back up,
look,
I'll be the
I'm
majority
investing.
shareholder.
I'm investing. I'm totally investing after this. I hope you guys know.
Invest in Dr. Pepper.
I am
You
so
best.
into Dr.
To the moon.
You
It's
best
the only-
invest in Dr. Pepper.
Invest
It's
in
the
Dr. Pepper.
only
Yeah.
stock I own.
It's the only stock
you
anybody
take
should own.
anything away from
Yes.
this podcast.
Invest in Dr. Pepper.
It's his best stock.
Invest in Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, the only one you didn't sell.
It's the only. I sold it.
You piece of shit.
I sold it today. I sold everything today.
You piece of
I
shit.
pulled out.
To live in this economy,
I
you
sold it all.
gotta fuck.
I sold it all for rent.
That's right. That's right. So now you know you should take the money that you pulled out of all your other stocks and put
Yeah.
it straight back into Dr. Pepper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck all the
yeah.
other stocks, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Straight to Dr.
David
Pepper.
I'm
D.
sorry, Dr.
Doctor-
Pepper. Dr. Pepper is the only one that I've seen of his that like it drops and then there's like an equal uptick, if not greater. Like it's just best. Dr. Pepper.
Okay,
Let's do
so we're
this.
getting.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Dr.
So
Pepper Museum.
they have a Dr. Pepper
Wow.
museum that
Look
is
at
in
that.
my
Waco,
one
Texas.
and only reason to go to Texas.
The only reason I'd want to go, not for the Branch Davidians.
No.
I don't want to see
No.
the compound.
for
I don't
Dr.
need
Pepper.
to see that. They have parking information.
Okay. You might, yeah. You know,
Let's do this. Facts.
park your car.
Questions.
There you go, Dr. Pepper.
Let's see. What is there to do at the museum? Oh,
Ever.
Is a free Dr. Pepper included with admission? Please.
that's a good question.
This is the
now,
question.
That is a golden question.
Do I get free Dr. Pepper when I get my ticket? Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Ladies
good.
and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make.
If you didn't know,
If you order a ticket, if you get a ticket to Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas,
Yeah.
you do in fact get a free Dr. Pepper included. You can also request free Dr. Pepper at the soda fountain.
that is brilliant.
Use it as a $1 credit towards an upgrade to something else on the menu if you're not feeling Dr. Pepper. You
Wow.
know?
Well,
But
except
honestly,
why would
what
you
is-
not
yeah.
be feeling Dr.
What is the
Pepper?
alternative?
If you're not feeling Dr. Pepper at the Dr. Pepper
Diet
Museum,
Dr. Pepper.
get the fuck
yeah,
out.
get the fuck out
You're
of our
not
building.
allowed
Take it
here.
to somebody
You're
who
a piece of
deserves
shit.
it.
You.
Yeah.
So
You're not allowed in
just
the
know,
fucking Pepper family.
free Dr. Pepper.
At that point,
Get
like
out of
at
the
that
doctor's
point,
office.
you buy the ticket, you hand it to the person behind you in line who's actually excited and wants
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, and then you
Yeah.
step your ass the fuck outside
the fuck
and
outta
you
here.
wait.
Yeah.
You
How about
wait
you
like a
go
child
over to
and
Coca-Cola like the little bitch you are?
Hand your fucking ticket to someone who's
That's
worthy.
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Go to
Mrs.
the
Pepper.
Lola Coke if you want that shit.
we're gonna
Yeah.
make you wait outside like a child in the pickup line the dumb bit forgot about.
That's right. That's good to know. Yeah, I mean, there's a devoted crowd for Dr. Pepper.
There
and
we
it's,
go.
It's us. So you didn't know we're the
Oh,
devoted
what
crowd. for Dr.
accommodations are
Pepper.
there for people with special needs?
This-
That's important.
I'm wearing a Dr.
Wheelchairs
Pepper
accessible
sweatshirt right now. He made
and
it
available.
for me.
Yeah, if you guys can't see this visually, we'll get there. But I
Okay.
want to let you know that there is a Dr. Pepper shirt in.
He had custom made for me by somebody online. Check
Don't
them out. They're
forget
awesome.
that Doc Alderton animatronic in the old corner store drugstore. Hold on, let me run this back one more
Yeah,
time.
no, go ahead, please.
At the Doc Alderton animatronic in the old corner drugstore,
Yeah.
there is a script available on the bar area for those who would like to read along. Scripts are also available for all Liquid Lab shows. Okay, can we just
That's
can we
brilliant.
talk
I
about
love
what
that.
the fuck Doc Alderton animatronic
So I think what
in
we
the
need to do
old
is
corner
this.
drugstore?
Let's do
Can we
this.
please research that?
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah,
need to
I
do
think
this.
Doc Alderton was the person who made. Yeah, I saw the thing that I saw was Doc Alderton made it in a corner drugstore. This is like the person who invented. Yeah, the inventor of Dr. Pepper.
Let's do this.
I fucking told you
that's
it
wild.
wasn't.
You would
I
know.
knew it.
You would know.
Look at that.
Look at
Look at
this.
him. Look at that's a homie. That's a
That's
homie
a
right there.
homie.
Look
That
at
is
him.
the
That's the old man
homie.
right there.
What is going on? I
He's got a
can't.
shiny forehead.
This explains why Dr. Pepper makes me feel better.
Wow.
It's the 23 special spices and ingredients.
Wait, was he always an animatronic? Like, he was
Whoa.
always an animatronic robot?
He was bestowed upon us by the stars to help save mankind with Dr. Pepper.
this is
Excuse
him.
you, put some respect on his name.
This is an
David
actual
Koresh's cover.
David
The
Koresh.
fuck?
It's his cover.
Yeah,
you,
he
you
created-
put some respect on Doc Alderton's name.
He was always an animatronic. Charles Alderton, inventor of Dr. Pepper, animatronic Robot.
Yes, you put some respect on Dr. Charles'
Autonomous.
All right. You heard it here
This
first.
is Dr. Pepper.
You heard
National
it here first,
Pharmacist
folks.
Day. Look, we can
You
believe
heard
it
it here first.
in Waco, Texas.
Dr. Pepper was invented by an animatronic.
It was
an
sent to us.
animatronic.
It was sent to us by the stars to bless mankind with Dr. Pepper. Thank you very much.
This is brilliant. We're really finding out the best
Wow.
information right now. We really have tapped into.
Also, something that I would like to point out is that on that website it also mentions that they are friendly to people with sensory processing disorders. And so as somebody who has petit mal seizures, who has epilepsy, that's actually very, very nice for me.
That is very, very nice. All places should be more inclusive. Let's see.
Oh, bless you, my love.
Paranormal experience in the Dr. Pepper Museum. I think that's something that we should look into.
Fuck.
Paranormal, Dr. Pepper?
I think $35 a
Is
fucking
it the
person
ghost
is
of
something that
Charles?
we should be
It's
looking
the
into.
ghost of Charles.
It's the
Dr. Pepper?
animatronic
Dr.
ghost
Pepper?
of Charles.
The animatronic ghost of Charles.
Yeah. The wiring's faulty.
Hold on. Can somebody at Dr. Pepper please hit me up?
Wanders at night.
I would like the haunted cases of Dr. Pepper. I know you have them. I know they
The paranormal
exist.
pepper.
There are yes, give me the paranormal pepper.
Dr. Paranormal.
Dr. Paranormal Pepper.
I would like the cases of Dr. Pepper that have been in the haunted part of the warehouse. I would like the paranormal pepper.
It's a
Please
specific
get
place.
in contact with me about this. I mean, I'll give you my email. We'll work something out. Give me the paranormal pepper.
No, hold on. Let me get a read on this, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, first let's get the price. Go up the top.
That's wild.
How much is this? So $35 a person.
That's insane.
It starts at
To
7
get
p.m.
touched by Dr. Pepper.
It starts,
Now I'll pay $40 to get touched
it starts
by
at 7
Charles.
p.m. and runs till 9 p.m. All right. So join us for. Oh wait, hold on.
Here.
Okay.
Where's you at?
Just go ahead and get the whole paragraph up.
Here, I'm gonna hand this to you.
Okay, perfect. All right. Join us for an exclusive paranormal tour at the Dr. Pepper Museum. During this 2-hour tour, you will get to see a different side of the museum, one that most guests will never experience. For decades, paranormal investigators and museum staff have experienced paranormal activity at the museum, such as floating orbs, shadow figures, voices, apparitions, and overwhelming emotions. Oh
That's
my.
terrifying.
On this tour, our expert museum guides will lead you through both historic buildings, including our otherwise off-limits basement, to the Dr. Pepper Museum basement.
It's bubbling up.
To hear about the museum's history and investigate its paranormal activity for yourself.
I love that.
With investigative tools such as EMF readers.
You can laugh
Oh,
out
wow.
of Dr. Pepper with the experience.
Whoa,
With
look
my
at that.
emotional
Amazing.
support,
So
Dr. Pepper.
should.
your experience
should.
includes 2-hour guided paranormal investigation of both
Perfect.
museum buildings,
Perfect.
including the basement of the historic Kellum. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Kellum Rotan building.
Kellen
Okay.
Raton.
Kellum Rotan?
Yeah, that looks right.
Kellen Raton
Kellen
building.
Raton building.
Paranormal investigation tools and flashlights provided. Oh, very nice. A glass bottle. Now hear this. A glass bottle
That's
of
perfect.
Dr. Pepper.
Forest
Look
to
at that.
eateth at the ghost.
I love that. I
yes.
love that.
And then you also get to shop the exclusive paranormal merch pop-up.
Yeah.
Oh my. Because of the unique nature of this tour, guests need to be aware of some safety measures prior to booking the tour. You got to be 18, got to be an
Yeah.
adult.
Yeah.
You got to wear closed-toed shoes. Got to sign a waiver.
They're not letting anybody in there. They're not letting anybody
You
in
gotta
there.
sign
They're
a
like,
waiver
hold on.
indicating you understand the various hazards that
They're
come
like, hold
with
on
a
a minute.
dimly lit tour of an old building.
That's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
The reason why
Riffraff.
Yeah.
You don't want the riffraff there. The
no
Dr.
filming,
Pepper.
you cannot
paranormal-
record, and no food or beverage allowed.
How are they supposed to? I'm sorry. Yeah, I will. How are they supposed to
Look
make
at
money if
that.
somebody puts that shit online? They'd
That's
be like,
true.
oh,
Yeah.
cool, paranormal. woo, woo.
Yeah.
So they're asking if you need mobility issue accommodations and
That's awesome though.
You
safety
should look into
waiver
I love that.
acknowledgement.
This is a trip we're gonna take. I hope you guys know this. This is a trip we're definitely taking. This is something that we have to do
Oh,
for the
then you should
podcast.
really
Float
look into the
trailer.
mobility shit.
Oh, nice.
Okay, hold on. Okay. What
My
is it?
next birthday.
So for
Yeah.
five,
my
I think so.
birthday
I
next
think
year.
so.
so for
we have
a
a year and a month.
$500 base fee, you get a famous Dr. Pepper float at your next
Oh, man,
event.
very famous,
Renting the
very
float trailer
famous.
is the perfect option for you. What is
I
it?
love that.
75 floats, $5 per float after that. What is oh, it's Dr. Pepper floats.
Yay!
Yeah.
Ice cream.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a
My next birthday.
it's a
You
little
got a year
trailer.
and a half to save up $500.
It's a little trailer / food truck. Okay. Then they got, I'm assuming, vanilla ice cream and a shit ton of Dr. Pepper.
That's a lot. Yeah.
And
75 floats.
they hook you up with 75 floats for $500.
I've got like 5 friends.
They show up
tops.
for 3
That's
hours.
all you
How many
need is
floats
5.
between
That's
the-
way
the
more
all
than
of
me.
us?
Listen,
That's
5
5 more
floats
than
for
me.
you, 5 floats for you.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got like 5
That
friends.
leaves
How many-
65 floats for
I'll
me.
pay. Look, I'll put in the money. I'll put in the money. I would gladly put in the
You're
money.
not a shareholder of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's right.
60
Not
floats
That's
for
right.
me.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you cashed out.
Wow.
60 floats are
How
mine,
dare
especially if we
you.
get it for my
So you gotta
birthday.
book it 2 weeks in
Those are the
Yeah.
Oh,
birthday
okay, look at
floats.
that. So yeah, it's Bluebell Vanilla.
Oh, that's
Oh,
perfect.
Vanilla homemade.
That's all you
Yeah,
need. That's all
good
you
shit.
need.
Nut.
And then Dr. Pepper is the default drink served in all
Yeah.
floats.
Yes.
Why wouldn't it be?
Other drinks in the Keurig Dr. Pepper family available upon request.
Yeah.
It's gotta be in the Dr. Pepper family, though.
Good.
Fuck yeah, boss.
We don't want any of that Mr. Pibb bullshit.
I don't want that shit.
Get it out of here.
I don't want that shit.
Be
No,
gone.
okay, so you brought up a bitch, and we're
No
gonna hear about
Coca-Cola.
it. You're gonna hear about it. You're gonna hear about my bitch.
No,
Okay.
let's hear it. I wanna hear
so
it.
where
Alright,
we
no,
live,
go,
No,
go.
go
where
on
we
a
live,
tangent.
Yeah, go
Tell
ahead.
us.
where we live, every time there are restaurants who have started to recognize me over the phone because I'll ask, "Do you have Dr. Pepper?" And they go, "No, we have Pibb." And I go, "God damn it."
Yeah, sad. It's depressing.
And they go, "Hey, you work in town, don't you?" "Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You recognize me, don't you? Give me Dr. Pepper."
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, shit. I found it.
Oh, you found it. Oh, extreme pepper
Extreme
experience.
pepper
All right, all right, all right, all right.
It's
Give me
the
this now.
extreme
This is great.
pepper
This is great.
experience.
No, this is brilliant.
All right, now listen up.
$100
Okay.
per person.
It's only Tuesday and Saturday.
Uh-huh,
All right, so
10:30,
don't be showing up on no Monday,
12:30.
Sunday bullshit.
Yeah,
all
none of
right?
that shit.
They don't want none of that.
Simpleton
And it's
time.
$100 per person, so we'll be opening up a GoFundMe to send us all to this Dr. Pepper museum for the extreme pepper experience. We
Yeah.
will find a way to
We'll
record it
film
for
the
you.
whole thing.
Yeah.
We will find a way to film
you
it.
guys can get
But
us
we're
in
starting
there,
a
yeah.
GoFundMe if y'all want to throw in on it.
I love
I
that.
will
On
chug
the
12
Patreon.
Dr. Peppers
Yeah,
if
on the
you donate
Patreon.
for us
Yeah,
to
on
go.
the Patreon, we're gonna start shopping for $100 a person to get us into the Dr. Pepper Museum
I'll
VIP.
tape paper lingerie onto Dr. Pepper cans and send you pictures for
All
money.
right, here it is.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper super fans have asked.
That's us.
Oh,
That is us.
And we are delivering
Hell yeah! About
the
time.
extreme pepper experience at the Dr. Pepper Museum is the ultimate VIP experience for the person obsessed with Dr. Pepper. Wow.
That's awesome. No,
Okay,
that's
what does
great.
this include? What do we get here? So for $100, your experience includes private guided tour of both historic museum buildings, expert experience guide to give you the inside scoop on your tour, including the best photo ops throughout the museum, a glass bottle of Dr. Pepper,
Yeah.
and
That's how they get you.
a large Dr.
That's
Pepper
genius.
float.
That's brilliant.
Oh yeah.
A large,
nut.
not a medium, not a small.
You also get a make a soda experience.
Oh, my lord.
What is that?
I will
One bottle per
memorize
person,
that
additional
recipe.
bottles. Okay, so make a soda experience. That's fucking genius.
What is that? Can we make a soda? Oh, here we go. We got a new tab. $20 per person. It comes okay. What is this?
Oh, 6 signature Dr. Pepper flavors offered at a museum to taste, test, and learn more about
Oh,
soda
that's
making
incredible.
process. Choose Dr. Pepper Diet, Dr. Pepper 7-Up, or Big Red as your base and add a variety of simple artisan flavors to create your own unique
I
soda.
love that.
8-ounce bottles. Each person gets a soda jerk hat.
Soda jerk hat.
Soda-
Hold on,
the
I want
soda
to see the
jerk
picture.
hat.
I want to see the picture right here on the right.
Oh,
Is there
yeah,
the
we
soda
got
jerk hat?
pictures, okay.
Yeah, look at that, dude. That's
Yeah, let's jerk some
Is that
soda.
the soda jerk hat?
yeah, I
Let's
think
jerk
so.
some soda.
That's classic.
It's literally the hat.
That's varsity
from,
style.
Each
that's
person gets a
good-
soda
good burger.
expert
Varsity
sticker.
hat.
That's the good burger.
Bottles are sealed and signed with your name, the date.
I love
Bottles
that.
cannot be opened
Dead
in
ass, the
museum
varsity hat?
galleries.
yeah,
No,
that's varsity
it's the
style.
varsity hat.
Yeah.
No, really, look at that.
Bob's
What do you
Burgers.
have? Bob's Burgers.
What do you have? What do you
Yeah,
have?
What do you have? An OF? You want an OF?
That's
a good-
crazy,
that's so
man.
Good. Look at that. That kid's happy as fuck, dude.
They're selling varsity hats out in Waco, Texas at the Dr. Pepper Museum.
Yeah.
Calling them the soda
The
jerk
soda
hat.
jerk? Those
Yes, jerk
jerks?
some soda.
That's some
Yeah.
parallel universe
Those
shit, man.
fucking
That's not
jerks.
even... Okay, each person gets a soda expert sticker.
Nice.
So apparently
All right.
you give Dr. Pepper $20, you become the soda expert.
I'm cool with that.
Bottles are sealed and signed with your name and the date. That's kind of cool.
Not stocks. It's not the stocks.
It's not stocks.
You invest in the stocks, you don't become a
Bottles
soda
cannot
expert.
be opened in museum gallery.
Yeah, don't be trying to
Motherfuckers.
spill
What is
the Dr.
that?
Pepper on their fine art. Trying to steal the
That's
23
bullshit.
blended
If
herbs.
I fucking go to the exhibit, it's $100 a person. I'm opening my fucking Dr. Pepper.
I think it's
don't
for
give a
We're
kids.
opening a
shit.
Dr.
I think
Pepper.
I
that's
am
a kid's
opening
rule.
my Dr. Pepper.
I
I'll
think
tell you
that's a
now.
kid's rule so that they don't spill it all over the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
This is fascinating. Plan your visit. Let's see. Liquid Lab. There's a club. Free Dr. Pepper. You got me.
Yeah, that's all
got
you need.
me.
That's incredible. Look at that.
If you pay general admission, free Dr. Pepper. Staff key.
Soda fountain. That's
Okay.
great. They should.
So it's only if you go, you get
Yeah.
employment. You want a job? You want to work
Yes.
for
You're gonna work in
Dr. Pepper?
Waco at the Dr. Pepper
Oh my
Museum.
God! Sorry.
In
the
Waco?
benefits are awesome.
At Dr. Pepper?
No, I love
Not
that.
at Waco.
Look at that.
Not in Waco. Not with
Industry
what we're, not
leader
with
in
what you're about to
compensation.
tell us about.
A fat 13 an hour
401k. Company match for full
Better
time.
than what I make now.
for the first 3 months.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then we fire you. Go to Pepsi, bitch.
Only after you've worked here a year.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Be a Branch Davidian?
Annual convention.
Yeah. That's too funny. That's awesome.
Got an annual convention.
Is there a cult here too? Probably.
Look at that.
I'll
We
start
got
one.
May
The cult of
31st.
Dr. Pepper.
I'll start it.
That's great.
I'll be the Messiah.
That's you're gonna be the Messiah.
There's a convention yearly.
They have a convention hall at the Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper.
look at that. The 10-2.
The Dr. Pepper Convention Center. That's where I'm gonna host my new cult.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and
Dr. Pepper cult?
yeah. No. No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
be the
Okay,
high
no, hold
priestess
up.
of the Dr. Pepper cult.
Hear
High
me out.
priestess of the Dr. Pepper cult.
So this is last year.
Convention Center.
On May 30th of last year, they had a fucking barbecue dinner at the Dr. Pepper Museum, a cake cutting,
That's genius.
a
fucking
Dr.
float
Pepper
social.
float social,
I love that. That's awesome. Look at that. That's great.
room shopping throughout the day at the Hilton.
At the Hilton. Yeah, you gotta be high class. Club directors meeting.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck,
What it would
man.
be. Look at that. That's the
Do you
high
think
life
if we
right
get
there,
married
Doctor.
at the Dr. Pepper Museum,
If
we
you
get free
guys
Dr. Pepper
don't
for
get
life?
married at the Dr.
100%.
Pepper Museum, I'm not friends with you either.
we have
anymore.
to. It's official.
Yeah,
now.
no, that's
Dr.
legit.
Pepper
That's
Museum.
sick. Yeah. Yeah, at the Hilton, high rise, Waco.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the Waco, how
What are
about you
these
go ahead and
memberships?
horrify me now, so that
Yeah.
I'll be able to.
What are these memberships?
There's a lot that we can dig into on the Dr. Pepper
35 per person.
train.
Should we just come back and make a whole Dr. Pepper episode?
There's a
It
membership.
looks like it's gonna get there.
Did you know about that?
I think it's
It seems
gotten
like
to the
this
point
is
where
the Dr.
we've
Pepper
really
episode.
gotten into this Dr. Pepper thing.
Honestly, did you know they had a membership?
They have to.
They have a membership.
That's great.
I have the most supreme membership. I'm a shareholder.
No, apparently you don't. You're not part of the
Yeah,
10
you're not.
2 4 club.
You're in the
You're not part of the 10 2
subclass
4
of
club.
Dr. Pepper.
Because I
You're in
don't
like
live
a.
in Texas.
That's
No,
right.
you don't have to.
That's right.
You just have to be 18. And it's only valid for
I
a
also
year.
have to be able to get to Texas.
Yeah, I think that's what's holding you back.
I'm fine with where we live, so I don't want to.
Look, it comes with a limited free admission to the Dr. Pepper Museum.
That's the greatest thing you would ever get. In,
Honestly, because you ever asked me
They
anything.
throw
There's
me out.
nothing
I
more you can
lived
get.
there.
I'm going to give this back to you.
No, yeah. So I was gonna say. So I think we've really gotten into
Do you want
Dr.
to
Pepper.
use
Dr.
our? Do you
Pepper
want to use
Museum.
our final 15 minutes to talk about the original subject matter of the episode?
I say we go an hour 30.
Hour 30, yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about
Well,
that?
Honestly, yeah, we should give your thing about Waco. It's due diligent. I'm so sorry that I took this
No. I
over.
think it's awesome. I think no matter what we
No,
talk
this
about,
is
it's
part of
fun. This
Waco.
has
What are
been
you
really
talking
cool.
about?
Yeah, this is all Waco
This is
history.
in
This
Waco.
is Waco.
We are talking about Waco.
I am. I spelled that wrong. I'm happy with talking about anything that leads us up into the one thing that everybody
Still
would talk
spelled it
about.
wrong.
I
Did I?
think
Here you
Man,
go.
I hate English
There you
sometimes.
go. No, I mean, wouldn't everybody talk about this, the Waco Siege? Like, everybody's going to go straight into that, right? Like, I think it's cool to talk about things that we haven't really discussed. Let's do this.
You heard the one thing I know about Waco, which is the song from the beginning, so
let's do this. I'm gonna tell you guys some things that I wrote down, and there was some things that were mentioned to me. So there's a show filmed in Waco called The Fixer Upper. I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a whole thing.
On the Home Improvement
Chip
Channel.
and Joanna Gaines. Apparently, that's a whole thing. We can get into that for a second. Let's see.
it's honestly kind of weird that I ever heard about this, given that I was in ROTC. You think Sergeant would have gone on about it?
So
They
this
played-
is in
yeah,
Waco. This is filmed.
But no, he never mentioned this shit.
This is what they always have
It's
playing in
because
the
it's on
doctor's
home
offices.
soil. That
They're
would explain.
celebrating 10 years of Fixer Upper.
Yeah.
That's wild. This is a whole thing. Good bones. I don't know
So
what
it's
that is,
based
but
out of
I'm a
Waco?
fan.
No, if I'm not mistaken, don't they travel in the show? Or they only stay
here we
in
go.
Waco?
Oh, there's some celebrity beef.
damn it.
There's some celebrity beef.
Still
Drama.
happy.
Did Fixer Upper couple get divorced?
Uh-oh.
No.
No.
No, they did not. So if you guys were,
Damn, still happy.
you guys wanted the deets on what was going on with Chip and Joanna Gaines, they're still together. So
Is Chip in the closet?
you know what? There's been rumors. And
I
don't-
can tell.
I
Look
don't-
at the face.
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. Let's see.
Let's pull
I'm
it
sorry,
up.
that's not a very good picture of him. You know,
No,
he
he's
looks
a good-looking
blitzed
man.
in that photo. He's not there behind those eyes.
Look at this man.
I don't know.
What surgery is he
Okay,
having?
so that might just be how his eyes look. Never
A
mind.
microdiscectomy. Remove the damaged part of a disc in his spine.
Ooh.
Oh shit, he got fucked up.
Rip.
Let's see. Yeah, herniated
Okay.
disc in his spine. Dang, man.
Oh, rip homie.
Let's see.
Wait, no, did he live? Not rip homie.
No, it looks like he's good.
Yeah,
He
no, he's
said that
solid.
he's always joked that her back likes to act up at inconvenient times. So this is Joanna. This is his wife.
Oh, we're
This
talking
is
about
Joanna.
him.
Chip Gaines is.
No, I was right. That is just what his eyes look like.
So
Homie's not there anymore.
He's really just cashed out. He's like
He's
she
not
carried
there.
she carried the relationship and got a herniated disc.
Wow.
And now
What is?
she's got to move on from it.
Like, homie's just checked out.
Oh yeah, no, he's just looking off into the sky.
Yeah.
Which sky?
I couldn't tell you.
Uh-oh.
Heart attack.
Oh yeah, man. He's not doing too good.
Oh shit.
No, he said made a full
Full
recovery.
recovery.
Yeah,
full
no.
recovery.
Look at this guy, man.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do we care?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we can move on from it.
I don't know.
Also, something that's really cool is Waco was referred to as the 6-shooter junction.
6-shooter junction.
Yeah, 6-shooter junction.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
I couldn't even say it once.
6-shooter junction.
I can't even
6-shooter
spell it
junction.
once.
6-shooter junction.
6-shooter
You're slowing
junction.
down, my love.
6-shooter
The Texas
junction.
Almanac. Look at this.
6-shooter junction.
I like that. There we go.
6-shooter junction.
Yeah, the community was established in 1886 on the San Antonio on RNS. What is that? RNS Pass Railway. On a tract of land brought by Mifflin Kendi from George W. Little that year.
Let's hope he was a tall man, or that's an unfortunate name.
Yeah.
Let's hope it was ironic and not sad.
Yeah, George Little.
I want to know his height.
Wow.
Let's go back to this one. There was a lot
I'll
of good
Google
stuff
it
on this one.
personally. Don't worry.
Let's see. Let's do this. So yeah, so I think we're at that point where we go ahead and jump into Waco. What we've
That-
all been trying to get at,
Absolutely.
right? Like
Trying
we
to-
go ahead and
It's time to fuck me up with dark facts. Whoop,
yeah,
whoop.
we get into the most fun part, right? So let's do this. Just gonna spell it wrong again, I'm sure. Yes, I did. That's okay. So let's do this part. So something that's really fun is they're still active, which is something that I've just found out recently. The Waco Siege was in 1993. Insert ATF dog joke here. Let's see. The Branch Davidians, led by David Koresh, were headquartered at Mount Carmel Center Ranch in unincorporated McLennan County, Texas, 13 miles northeast of Waco. So, as much as I'd love to read off of this, I think we just go into my telling, right? Like, we go into what I can remember, like my own personal... Like
Yeah.
what I can remember from
Honestly,
it.
I am your student, O wise master.
let's do
I know
this.
shit.
Let's do this, because I remember something that I liked to do back in the day is when I was living in Athens. I would go out. We would play shows all the time. I would go out on the street and I would be like, I want to talk about Waco. And people would be like, Waco, Texas? What are you talking about? I'd be like, oh, David Koresh. I know you're not a big fan of David Koresh's music.
No, I get you. I was like that about Elizabeth Bathory when I was little.
Yeah.
If anybody and everybody would
That's
let me
a wild
talk about
one.
her.
Well, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
So no, like I get it. And everybody has their thing. If you want to go off about Waco, go off about Waco. I'm here. I'm a sponge.
I'm currently wearing a Waco shirt, which is nice, right?
Yeah.
Like it's got the whole thing. It's like an original design. It's really cool.
I do recognize that some people like his music and stuff.
I like his music. I mean, I can recognize that he's a tool
It's
bag
just
and he's not the
it's
best
just the
kind of
fact
person.
of
but-
like from what you've shown me, like
yeah.
I would rather listen to Fleetwood Mac, to Stevie Nicks, like
Right, anything that's not-
same vibe, much
Yeah.
better music.
Yeah, he's got like an '80s kind of dig. It's kind of it's in there.
And so is the messaging.
Yeah.
From even what little you've shown me,
Yeah.
so is the messaging.
Kind of dated. But I definitely I think it's a product of that time. It fits in like a time capsule. It's got this like the stylings of his music definitely show an era where he's kind of locked in. You know, like there's not
Living his culty cult life.
yeah,
I
the
think you
culty
could
cult
tell
life.
what kind of taste he had in music very
Yeah,
quickly.
for sure.
Definitely 80s.
Oh yeah,
He
definitely.
liked his 80s rock. He liked his 80s jive, his 80s ballads.
It's like a '80s hair metal kind of
Yeah.
like ballady.
It is.
It's kind of cool, man. I like something. It's something about it I like. I don't know.
I like that type of music, but I guess it was just the knowing what little you told me about him before I even heard the music that just
Right.
it might have soured it
It's
from the very
awful.
beginning. But I just didn't really like anything that you showed me of
I don't think
his.
there's anything wrong with that. I think that's probably for the best.
But the thing is I do like that type of music, so maybe it's just on principle.
Right. No, that's good though.
So I think we should dive straight into the cult. But
yeah, let's
hold on. Before we go straight to Branch Davidians,
Yeah.
let's pull up a little history on Davidians, and then not only that, let's pull up history on the Seventh-day Adventists in
I
Waco,
like that.
Texas, because that will give us a good like chronological story of how we ended up.
So
what
should we
we're
start
talking
here?
about. No. Let's. Dave, with an A.
Yeah.
So, and then look up Seventh-day Adventist.
As well.
Yeah, and then type in Davidians afterwards and see if we can get there.
I think to prep me for this fully, I'm gonna take a bite of our sponsor, Tony Chocolonely.
Tony
Unofficial sponsor.
Chocolonely.
Unofficial sponsor. Tony Chocolonely.
The only chocolate for your chocolatey needs.
The only chocolate. The only chocolate that is unevenly squared.
So
Only
Seventh-day
chocolate to
Adventist-
prep you for a cult.
Seventh-day
Seven?
Adventist Davidians.
Here, you know
That would be when the here we go. Yeah.
You need cult prep, you eat Tony Chocolonely's.
There we go. Apparently, I don't know how to use a fucking computer, so I'm gonna hand it off to someone who does.
Neither do I, and
So-
I've taken many a computer lit class.
So let's do this. Let's do some facts while he's looking this up.
Hit me with them.
I like the idea of trying to connect Waco with Wizard of Oz, right? It's like, don't look behind the
No, you don't want to know what's behind the
clear,
curtain. The illusion is better
fabricated
than
door.
reality.
There's no one building bombs and mass weapons of destruction behind this door.
What? No.
So this starts back with the Davidians.
Yeah.
So the Davidians were founded by Victor Hotef. Is that right?
Yeah.
1930. In the message called the Shepherd's Rod message. So, I guess the Shepherd's Rod message is criticizing the Seventh-day Adventist Church, claiming it had compromised with worldly standards and he had advocated for reform. Yeah, so it all started with this right here. The Davidian Seventh-day Adventist movement. So it is within the Seventh-day Adventists, founded in 1929 by Victor. Joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church in 1919 and was later excommunicated from the church in 1930 for promoting heretical doctrines that he claimed were new revelations from God to future Adventist theology.
So that's what is the creator of what kind of turned into like the originator of.
It's not the whole gist of the Seventh-day Adventist, but the whole, like, one of the main points of the Seventh-day Adventists, they believe the Sabbath is on Saturday, the seventh day of the week, when traditionally in Western culture it's celebrated on the first day of the week, which is Sunday. I'm assuming it's not the reason here he kind of appealed away, but...
Right. So this was kind of the originator of what would turn into the Adventists.
Yeah, so he was a Seventh-day Adventist Sabbath school teacher in good standing in Southern California. In 1929, came in conflict with the church authorities over differing interpretations of chapters of 56 through 66 of the book of Isaiah. He believed that the Seventh-day Adventist Church was God's remnant church, but needed to be revived and reformed. Okay, so it's a branch of the Seventh-day Adventist. Now, this is the question that I had. How did he get from the Davidian Seventh-day Adventist to the branch Davidians? So, if I look here...
A lot of things just take their names from other things that they draw like inspiration from.
Yeah, it goes back to Christianity a lot. Branch Davidians.
Okay, here we go.
Christian
so
cult.
he died. Victor died.
Yep.
In 1955. So some Davidians believed he was the true leader and that his teachings, including the belief that he wouldn't die and that he lead his people to Jerusalem, so I'm assuming the promised land, all that, was essential to their faith, while others disagreed, leading to the formation of the Branch Davidians under Benjamin Roden.
Oh, I see. It's a continuation.
Yes, it is. So David Koresh was not the original founder of the Branch Davidians. It was Benjamin Roden.
He probably just adopted it.
Right, the tellings.
So let's see what happened to Benjamin Roden here.
Weak man can't even make his own cult. Had to pick up the remnants of somebody else's.
That's right. But he made some music, though, that was pretty fucking wicked.
Here he is.
I don't know, maybe he was a successor.
Ooh.
So born January 5th, 1902 in Oklahoma. And then died October 22nd, 1978 in Temple, Texas. So where does the Branch Davidians come into play?
So Hotep.
This is from an Adventist, Seventh-day Adventist website.
Yeah, so it says here, what I'm reading, it says Hotep, a Seventh-day Adventist, wrote a series of tracts titled, oh, what happened? I went back. The Shepherd's Rod, which called for reform of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. After his ideas were rejected, Hotep and his followers formed the group that became known as Davidians. And some moved onto land outside Waco, Texas. They built a community called the Mount Carmel Center, which served as headquarters for the movement. After Hotep's death in 1955, his wife Florence took control of the organization. That same year, Benjamin Roden, a follower of Hotep, proclaimed what he believed to be a new message from God and wrote letters presenting it to Davidians. He signed those letters The Branch, believing that to be the new name Jesus had taken to reflect a new stage of his work in heavenly sanctuary. So it looks like he kind of just adapted this new telling.
Yeah.
And was like, this is what we're going to go with. And this is going to be the new...
I found here that Roden died in October 1978.
Oh, I see.
After which Louis led the sect until the emergence of David Koresh.
So David came in and was like, hey,
Lois,
motherfuckers.
Lois. Okay.
Yeah.
So Roden's wife Lois led the sect, and then David came into play and kind of picked up the torch.
So David Koresh's original name was Vernon Howell.
Really?
Yeah, 1981,
Yes,
a
it
young man
was.
named Vernon Howell, later known as David Koresh, came to Mount Carmel and studied biblical prophecy under Lois Roden.
Okay.
And it looks like Koresh had kind of gained a little bit of a following while he was
He
there.
had
and-
claimed he was the
Yeah.
final prophet.
Yeah, and a lot of people were like, hey, this guy is it. This is where we're at. He makes cool music, and he is really sweet to my children.
And he harped on Revelation.
In a terrible way.
Yeah. Oh my.
So how about let's get into that.
Yeah, let's get
About
into David Koresh
About the
and all
polygamy and child sexual abuse.
right.
Yeah.
Just how fucking god awful David Koresh was as a human being.
Yeah, it looks like there's
So
plenty
this
of
is
that to
just
go
a
around.
real deep example on separating the artist from the music.
Yeah,
I'm
no, he's
guessing?
terrible. No,
Like
he's
separate
awful.
the artist from the art. The artist sucks.
He's awful. He's awful. We can all agree he's terrible. David Koresh is a piece of shit. He's a terrible piece of shit. Everything he did was terrible.
Wow.
The ATF coming in and doing what they did is also kind of wild, but it's all pretty crazy.
Just 16 doesn't the fuck.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot that went on. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's a
wild.
lot
It's
to
a
break
wild
down.
time.
Oh yeah. What was that? These are all my children bullshit.
Yeah.
16-year-old girl
At the
became
age of
pregnant.
19.
You know,
Yeah.
my fucking god.
And he got a 16-year-old pregnant at 19 years old.
Yeah.
Good gods.
He
Never
claimed,
saw the resulting daughter.
He claimed to have become a born-again Christian in the Southern Baptist Church and soon joined his mother's denomination, the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So
There
we've
we
got the
go.
connections
Full
there.
loop.
So, yeah.
There's the
full loop.
connection. Yeah. There it is.
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
He probably used that as an end to the remnants of the old cult. Took
That's
it over.
right. It wouldn't be the first time that would happen.
Look at that, and we're back onto Isaiah.
Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of the controversy. They really harp on Isaiah.
Yeah, none should want her to mate. None should want for her mate. There we go. Sign from God. Yeah. A terrible sign.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With the pastor furious at him and the congregation weary of and repulsed by his sex obsession, Koresh was expelled from the church. So this guy was clearly known as a
The Seventh-day Adventist didn't want him.
a predator.
Speculated that he had a sexual relationship with Lois Roden, the widow of Benjamin Roden and leader of the sect, who was then in her late 60s.
Well,
Damn.
hold on.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit. 1981.
Yeah.
He moved to Waco.
Here we are. So this is where we get into the Waco.
And that's where Waco comes back into
This
play.
is where we're at. Yeah.
So he ran away to Waco to hide almost.
2
That's right.
years after 3 years, 1978 was when
It had been formed.
Benjamin
right.
Roden, the original branch
Right. Who
person,
had been handed
died.
off.
So
yeah.
he came back 5 years after their leader had died.
Wow. Yeah.
So 5 years go by.
78? Well, 78.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 3?
Well, it looks like he didn't claim the prophecy until 1980.
Yeah, no, but no, I'm talking about the fact that the woman he supposedly was with, Lois Roden, had been a widow for 2 years when he showed up.
Right. Right.
So he was like, ooh, sad fruit ripe for the picking.
Yeah. Time to get into the
Sad cult
organization.
fruit, my favorite.
Yeah.
So so he takes the place of the old cult leader who had died.
Yeah.
He impregnates the widow, who is in her late 60s, mind you. Claimed that God had chosen him to be the father of the child by Lois,
That he should impregnate her.
and who the child would be the chosen one. Okay.
Yeah. Rough stuff here.
Wow.
He was a maniac.
So in 1983,
Yeah.
Lois allowed Koresh to begin teaching his own message called The Serpent's Root, which caused controversy in the group. Lois's son, George Roden, intended to be the group's next leader, considering Koresh an interpreter?
Considered Koresh an interloper.
Oh, interloper, I'm sorry. An interloper.
Because he basically
He was.
just got fucking usurped.
He's right in
Usurped.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
Koresh announced that God had instructed him to marry Rachel Jones, who then added Koresh to her name, wow, a period of calm ensued on the Mount Carmel Center. But it proved only temporary. A fire destroyed a $500,000 administration building and press. Oh, man.
Yeah, getting in there.
So they had dealt with fires.
Right. They're definitely not prone to the the arson.
They knew
Is
a
there
little
a
bit about
history
fire.
here?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a history.
George Roden claimed Koresh started the fire. But Koresh replied that no man set that fire.
Right.
That's quite the thing.
There
no
we go.
man. That's right, because Koresh thinks he's God.
That's right.
No
The
man
prophecy
did
is
set
there.
that fire. It was the judgment of God himself.
We're starting to figure it out pretty quickly with Koresh. He really does just have an affinity for fire. He just
I
really
think
wants to
so.
burn it down.
And he also
but
thinks-
not be blamed for it. He's like, look, I'm going to burn the temple down, but I don't want it to be my fault.
God.
It's an act of God that this building was caught on fire by me.
Yeah, God lit the match.
yeah.
God spilled the
I couldn't have
gasoline in the
done this.
basement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So let's kind of skip forward a little bit, right? So we've gotten into the ideology of why he would get into this. Let's get into what happened at the end of this. Let's kind of skip forward a little
Okay.
bit into the aftermath of Waco, right? So I think enough time has passed between Waco and now that people would know kind of what happened, what transpired, right?
Well, not about. Apparently, I've been living under a fucking rock.
You've been living under a rock.
Cause I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was this set of bittersweet Western romance song. I didn't.
And it is.
No.
It is. And that's that was a beautiful way to open the podcast.
Yeah, and then it was tainted with
Apparently,
pedophile cult.
well, Koresh was infatuated with American singer Madonna.
Right.
God,
Like
he
a virgin.
claimed, had even said to him, I will give thee Madonna.
Wow.
Madonna, run.
Wow.
Well, no, you don't need to run. He's
Get
dead now,
the fuck
but
out of here.
God promised
You're
Koresh
s-
Madonna.
Yeah.
you're safe now, Madonna.
He said,
Don't worry.
I know.
Wow.
Who's my lucky star?
This is something else.
Wow. So yeah, so he opened. They ended up getting into
come
the.
on, really?
They ended up.
That's
doing,
actually he knew his theology. Symbolized
He did.
so David symbolized the lineage directly to the biblical King David. So in the Bible, Jesus, or in the Old Testament, the lineage of Jesus is clearly listed directly descendant
Right,
of King
right.
David. So the fact that he was trying to claim that he was direct descendant of King David would in fact infer to that story being him.
Mm-hmm.
This makes sense.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's awful. It's extremely terrifying. So this is what gets us from A to B. So he took all of the learnings and
February
teachings.
28th of
Yeah.
1993.
So he took all of the learnings and teachings that he had been provided, and he decided that he was going to open a cult, not self-described as a cult, but he was going to open up what would be him bringing in women, men, and children, and he was going to try and give them a safe haven. For terrible, he was going to give
Was
them a
Safe
safe
Haven the name of his dick? Was that his
That was the
personal name
name
for
of
his
his,
penis?
his definitely don't go look
I'm gonna
in
give him
the
a safe
the
haven.
metal fabrication shop over the Waco.
Somewhere off
So he
the
said, I'm going
Waco."
to not only I'm going to hoard children, women, and metal music. Those were the things that he decided
And
on.
also apparently mass amounts of artillery.
Yeah.
Well, is it artillery or weaponry?
No.
Weaponry.
I think it was just explosives and rifles or something. I don't know, Molotovs. I don't know.
Yeah, he had a lot. He definitely had a lot.
Shit ton of rifles.
How long was this? Like from like beginning to end? How long did this go on?
51?
51 days
51
was the
days?
siege of Waco. So it began on February 28th, 1993, when the ATF raided Mount Carmel Center. The ensuing gun battle resulted in the deaths of 4 ATF agents and 6 Branch Davidians. Shortly after the initial raid, the FBI hostage rescue team took command of the federal operation because the FBI has jurisdiction over incidents involving the deaths of federal agents. The negotiating team established contact with Koresh inside the compound, so they were actually talking to him one-to-one. They had a landline that they were talking to him on, and they had talked to him multiple times. Communication over the next 51 days included telephone exchanges with various FBI negotiators. Koresh himself had been seriously injured by a gunshot. As the standoff continued, he and his closest male associates negotiated delays so that he could possibly write religious documents, which he said he needed to complete before his surrender. Koresh's conversations with the negotiators were dense, and they also included biblical imagery. The FBI negotiators treated the situation as a hostage crisis. I know there was a lot of people that were kind of positioned outside that sold T-shirts, like the one I'm wearing now. It was like a kind of a big deal, like the media outlets and everybody. It was kind of a show, and insert dog joke here.
I see something there I didn't know.
Where at?
I didn't realize Koresh and his followers had shot themselves.
Yeah, so that's part of it. They'd say that they had killed themselves because the fire had come on, and it was kind of...
Did they kill themselves, or is it like an Epstein killed themselves?
A post-mortem on his badly burned remains could not determine whether he died by suicide or was killed.
Mm-hmm. One FBI official speculated that Steve Schneider, Koresh's right-hand man, properly realized that he was dealing with a fraud, and so shot and killed Koresh before turning the gun on himself. That's heavy stuff, man.
Wow.
That's wild. Yeah.
The last
heavy
sentence.
allegations.
Yeah. You want to read it?
The medical examiner reported 20 people, including 5 children under the age of 14, had been shot, and a 3-year-old had been stabbed in the chest.
Wow.
That's some fucked up people.
Yeah.
The question is how many of those were shot by federal agents and how many were shot by people inside?
We won't know.
And nobody will ever know.
It's wild, man. It's terrifying. David Koresh is buried at Memorial Park Cemetery, Tyler, Texas, in the Last Supper section. Several of his albums were released, including Voice of Fire in 1994. In 2004, Koresh's 1968 Chevrolet Camaro, which had been damaged during the raid, sold for $37,000 at auction.
Wow.
It is now owned by Zach Bagans of Ghost Adventures. That makes sense. He's got a couple kind of cool things. He's got what was it? The Suicide Van. Dr. Kevorkian's Suicide Van. You ever heard of that? That'd be a good episode. Dr. Kevorkian.
No, we should talk about that.
Yeah, if you've never heard about Dr. Kevorkian and like assisted suicides, that's a good episode we can do. Maybe that'll be my next episode. But yeah, how you guys feeling about it? I think we've kind of covered a lot of it, and
Yeah, like arranging a trip to go to the Dr. Pepper Museum to go piss on his grave.
yeah, I think that's something.
I think that could work. Is he buried?
Yeah, it says he's buried in a fucking memorial museum, like Memorial Park Cemetery. Buried in Memorial Park Cemetery.
No way.
Yeah, right here.
Indubitably.
So let's see how far that is.
Could go.
Raise the hands who wants to go piss on the grave.
Well, hold on. We could actually go to the Dr. Pepper Museum and then go visit David Koresh's grave.
Somebody find out a beverage that he hated and comment it down below.
hated Dr.
2
Pepper.
hours. So he's
So I
buried
can
2 hours
fucking
from
pour it on his
Waco.
grave. I'm gonna fucking find out what he hated the most. What beverage he hated the most. I'm gonna pour it on his grave. Thank you for this. Just the haunted silence. This just
I know it's
the
traumatic as hell reading about a lot of this.
We
It
were
is
so
really
hyped at the beginning
terrible.
of this episode too.
I know we were doing so good. The song is what really brought us in.
It is.
Yeah, the song is what really drove us home. That's
The
what
one
really,
thing I knew about Waco, and now there's this also. Hey, at least there's. My highlight is the Dr. Pepper Museum. I'm gonna focus on that.
I think that's something that we need to do. I think that's something
so we're
that we
gonna start a
definitely
GoFundMe for this trip. For this
We're gonna
trip.
have to try and get
To
out
go
there.
to
we-
Dr. Pepper.
It
And we
started
also
there.
need somebody to do research for us in the comments. Get in the comments.
Yeah.
Shout out Brendan Lee Mulligan. Get in the comments about what was this person's least favorite drink? David Koresh. What was his least favorite drink? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
if-
pour it on his grave.
If David Koresh had a soft drink that he really hated, what would it be?
I know what his least favorite chocolate bar would be.
What would it be? It wouldn't be his favorite.
Tony
Because I can tell you, Tony Chocolaroni, Tony Chocoloni, unofficial sponsor.
That's right.
Cat Open Doors podcast.
They'll officially sponsor us one day if we beg enough.
I hope so. I really
Maybe.
could only hope
One
so.
could dream.
If I eat enough chocolate bars, consume.
We've got to.
Tony chocolate.
We've got to eat all of the
Love you.
unproportionate Tony Chocolonely chocolate that we can, and then maybe one day they'll hear
Yeah.
our cries.
Face full of acne, mouth full
We
of
should-
chocolate.
Collect the
Endorphins
wrappers.
running high.
Finally with the Tony
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it
Chocolonely
to them.
sponsorship in
Send a
hand.
giant
I think
box
episode
of
one's
wrappers
really
in the
going to bring
mail.
them in. They're going to
think
learn a
so.
lot about Waco, Texas, things they never knew.
Yeah.
I think so. It's going to be a
Things that
rapid
make you
fire
want-
of.
the things that make you
I
want
think
the Tony
they're gonna
chocolate.
be interested. I think they're gonna be interested because I hear this odd little buzzing in the corner.
That's right. Yeah.
So we got something on the horizon.
Yeah.
There's this little thing buzzing in the corner.
What is that?
Yeah, just a little busy bee.
Sounds like a bee, yeah.
There's just a little busy bee over in the corner. They're
A little
buzzing.
bee,
They'll be here
yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, it's
We got
coming
stuff
around.
planned in the future.
There's things that we can do. Yeah.
Buzzing around.
If everybody's having a good time, then we'll definitely. Yeah. We'll bring the buzz.
I'm wondering what the buzz.
Yeah. Everyone.
It's getting to be that time. The
Yeah.
sun's coming out more for longer. Flowers starting to bloom.
Yeah.
It's becoming time.
I think there's a lot that we can do. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I think that I can say that we've covered a lot of stuff that I
Opened some
wanted to cover.
doors?
We've opened some doors.
Open
Yeah.
many
I
much
think
door.
there's many more doors to open, but this is a great way to open the first door, right?
I think these cats
Yeah.
have opened some doors.
Yeah, I'm really happy with
This
it.
door should have had a warning of like some fucked shit on it.
some really wild things could be open.
Cats can open doors, but cats can't read signs that are in English.
Yeah,
we should have
maybe
written that
maybe
in
we
cat.
shouldn't have opened that door.
Well, we're great at opening them, but closing them is another
yeah,
story.
that's right. We'll get there.
We're
gonna
still
figure.
working on
We're
that.
still working out the kinks on closing doors.
I closed the door once and then realized it's a lot more difficult to open it from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pushing is a lot better than pulling.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good way of ending this and kind of segueing into episode 2, which we don't really know yet, but
We'll find out.
Topic pending.
topic pending. We're going to figure it out. It's going to be Trevor's turn
Possibly Barbie movies.
to figure out.
Oh, possibly mine.
Barbie
If you're
movies.
gonna be
Yeah.
here. You're the expert after all.
I thought I was just supposed to be a guest, and we're going to be here every
You're
time.
the
Yeah, you
expert.
might have to be here every
You
time.
might
This has
be a
turned out
permanent
really
fixture
good.
now.
Honestly, yeah,
With
I
that
like being the
song.
third cat.
Yeah. 3 cats opening
And
doors.
I already have a topic, so if we want, I'll go next. Next episode can be my thing. You're just
Maybe
gonna
we
get
go
a
into
deep,
Barbies. Yeah.
gonna get a deep dive into the Barbie lore behind the original
I think
movies.
that's great. Yeah, that's hilarious.
The classic movies.
Yeah, I love that.
You gotta prepare, cause oh dear God,
Yeah, everybody get ready for the Barbie
oh dear
episode
God,
because it's
are
coming.
they weird?
Yeah, we need all our weirdos out there
But
for
they're
the Barbie
pretty,
episode.
okay? And like almost any of these, you could take a snapshot of most of the movie and use it as a screensaver, and somebody
I
would be
love
like,
that.
"Oh, what
That's great.
beautiful art!"
That's amazing. Yeah, we're gonna get into Barbies. I think that's where we're gonna go next, guys. I think that sounds good to me.
That's one hell of a jump, but you know what?
It's a big jump, but I
It's a
mean,
big
that's
jump.
that's kind of where we're at, right? With cats opening
We're
doors,
just
we gotta
opening
open all the
doors.
doors.
For
It's
cats,
every
yeah.
door that we
You
could
never
possibly
know what's
open.
behind the door until you open it.
Yeah, no, I
Barbie
like that.
movies, apparently.
And
Barbie,
Barbie movies and cults.
Barbie movies, cults in Texas. That's
Dr.
something we
Pepper.
talked about. Dr. Pepper. That's gonna be a big one.
David Koresh is behind the door.
David
Oh
Koresh.
God,
He
let's
was
close the
behind
door.
the
Close the
first
door.
door.
It's too late.
The
You already
worst
opened
door
it.
was
Oh,
open
no.
first.
There's no closing it now.
Okay, so goodbye, I guess.